is totally absorbed in me. Totally absorbed in me. So therefore, afterwards, that nirguna state, such a parama bhakta need not bother at all. Ishvara takes care of it. At times, such people say, I don't want moksha also. They say, I would prefer to, that is what? Have your devotion rather than being again moksha. That is personal preferences. Whether he gets moksha or not, whatever, Bhagavan decides, that none of his business. So therefore, now this sadhana bhakti, actually we'll say afterward, after a little later, that human beings have got two types of minds. One mind is very tender mind. Other mind is what? Analytical mind. Both these people need the sadhana bhakti, navida bhakti, any according to their interest or inclination, tendencies. But among these two, the one who has got komala, tender heart, tender mind, he by sadhana bhakti develops so love for Bhagavan that he gets totally absorbed in the Bhagavad Swarupa, what is called as Chitta Drava, the mind melting as it were. We'll see in detail afterwards. Other one, who have got analytical mind, they take to sadhana bhakti, thereby they gain Shuddhanta Karna. And having got Shuddhanta Karna, they also are totally away from the, withdrawn from the sense objects. Thereby, they take to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, and their mind gets absorbed in the Nirguna Brahma directly. Bhakti is there, Bhagavad Kripa is there, but by the process they go, they get directly, Bhagavan need not come at that time and intervene. Tesham Ham Sabuddharta. That is called Brahma Sakshatkara, Moksha directly. Theoretically, slight difference between the Upadhi of Bhagavad Swarupa and no Upadhi may be there. For practical purpose, stuff is one and the same, labels are different. Therefore, a person who has got Brahma Sakshatkara and a person who has accomplished Parabhakti, they have no quarrels. They are at the same level. But those who are at lower level, at times those who take to bhakti scoff at Advaita Jnana. At times those who take to Vedanta, not knowing what it is because of immaturity, they look down on the bhakti. Bhakti is indispensable for all seekers. The finale may differ because of their disposition of the mind and the means they take to. To begin with, bhakti is indispensable. That's why for an Advaita Jnani, Bhagavad Bhakti is natural. We can see entire galaxies of masters who are steeped nishtha in Advaita Jnana are by nature Bhagavad Bhakta. On the contrary, they only can be true bhaktas. There is no difference about it. More about this, I will take it after completing Chatusshloki Bhagavata, because Chatusshloki Bhagavata is delayed now. I would like to take it first. Why Chatusshloki Bhagavata? What is the distinction between entire Bhagavad Purana and only 4 shlokas called Chatusshloki Bhagavata, taught by Bhagavan himself to Brahma, Vaikuntha-adhipati Vishnu, Bhagavan Krishna Vishnu to Brahma. I will take that first, after not immediately, after a few things, and then you will show that Bhagavad Purana highlights bhakti as the main sadhana for those who are unable to take to rest of all means that were given so far. But sum and substance of Bhagavad Purana teaching is Advaita Brahma Jnana. This Parabhakta is none the less than the Jnani. Brahma Jnani is none the less than Parabhakta, which I will place before you from Bhagavad Gita as told by Bhagavan, without any interpretation. I will simply place before you the statements of Bhagavan. Even a child, if it knows Sanskrit, it knows what Bhagavan has to say. Nobody need claim, I am the one who speaks such and such thing as it is. Simply, I will place before you the words of Bhagavan, wherein you say that Parama Bhakta is Paramadhyani. Paramadhyani only can get Parabhakti. Parabhakta only can get Paramadhyana. They are only one and the same thing. But where they started their journey seems to be different. In between, sadhana seems to be different. But sadhya, goal is one and the same. The absorption of the mind in Bhagavad Sarupa, whether it is Saguna or Nirguna. If it is Saguna, Bhagavan takes care of it. Nirguna, there is no need of any such intervention. It is very clear from the 7th and 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. You see that later. Nothing from my pocket, no interpretation of anyone. This is what Bhagavan tells clearly. Now, having seen the Navavida Bhakti, same thing that was from Prahlada to Hiranyakashipu. Same thing at other place. Bhagavan himself tells briefly. He says, this is 2nd Skanda, 1st chapter, 5th verse. It says, Tasmad Bharata, who Shuka tells Parikshita, Bharata Raja Parikshita. Tasmad. What is Tasmad? First elaborates, in short, what we say. Khao, piyo, maja karo is not the goal of human life at all. This is not human life. Therefore, says, O Bharata Parikshita, those people who want abhaya, abhayam ichchata. I'm not burdening with the verse, but I'll give the meaning of it. Abhayam ichchata. Those are desires of abhaya. Abhaya literally means fearlessness. True fearlessness is in the moksha. Because in moksha, where you abide in your sarupa, there being nothing other than you and you, Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone, the source of fear other than oneself is not there at all. So abhayam means, technically it means moksha in Vedanta parlance as found in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Yadnyavas at one place says, abhayam vai praptosi janaka. O Janaka, you have got now abhaya means moksha. Those, this Bhagavan, Shuka says, those who are desirous of getting, what is that? Abhayam. What they should do? They should always do this thing. What is it? Sarvatma Bhagavan. The Bhagavan is Sarvatma, who is most dear to all. The I in all. Whatever that I is most dear, that is Bhagavan himself. So Sarvatma Bhagavan. And who is he? Ishvara Hari. Hari. Don't simply find him to Vaikuntha Hari. Ishvara. The one who is overlord of entire cosmos. Hari, this word gets derived like this. Harati papaniti Hari. The one who destroys the papa, and the topmost papa is ignorance of oneself. Hari. Hara also is the same word. Harati papaniti Hari. Harati papaniti Hara. The grammatical suffix differ, meaning is one and the same. When you destroy the sin is a Hara. So that's why Hari Hara me Vedana Mano. Never what? See distinction in the Hari and Hara. The outer costume is different. Principle is one and the same. Have you seen this in Shiva Purana, Vishnu Purana? In Shiva Purana, you say Vishnu worships Shiva. In Shiva Purana, in the Vishnu Purana, Shiva worships Vishnu. There was no problem. Because they are with the Swarup. So but the devotees, Vishnu is superior, Shiva is superior. Vertical steps, horizontal steps, big quarrel. Very nearly. This is not correct. So go with the principle and not the name and form. You have to go beyond the realm of name and form. So Bhagavan Harihi, Ishvara Harihi, what should be done? Says, Shrotavyaha. Listen about his glories and gunas. Kirtitavyaha, narrate it, share with others. Smartavyacha. Smarana, meditate on him. So this is what is sadhana bhakti. Now, Shuka praises bhakti. Say, bhakti is such that it entices everyone, including the Brahmajnanis, who have nothing to gain from this world, who have nothing to lose from this world. Even they take to what for? Not to gain anything. It is very nature like that. It is the nature of Bhagavan that even the Brahmajnani, so long as his body is there, so long as he is not absorbed in the Swarupa, means aware of the Jagat and the body, he takes to bhakti over it. Aharituki. Aharituki means without expecting anything, just by bhakti for the sake of bhakti, love for the sake of Bhagavan. That's all. Nothing, no purpose attached to that. For that, Shuka says, Rajan, O Parikshit, Vidishedataha, Nivrattaha. such jnanis. What is jnanis? Vidishedhata nivritta. Those who have risen above the do's and don'ts of Shastra. Shastra says, do this, don't do this. Follow dharma, avoid adharma. For an ignorant person, for a lay person. But a jnani is above all this. Not that he takes adharma. He cannot take adharma because without a life of dharma, it is impossible that he is going to gain the Atma-jnana, Brahma-jnana. The very fact that he has got Brahma-jnana shows that he had lived a life of dharma for a long period, either in this life or in past life. And now, after, even in the state of ignorance, he was dharmic. Having got Atma-jnana, Brahma-jnana, natural to remain dharmic. So therefore, for them, do's and don'ts of Shastra do not apply. Even such people, they are vidishedada nivritta, nairgunyastha. Those who are abiding always in the nairgunya. Nairgunya means nairgunye brahmani sita. Their mind is absorbed in the nirguna Brahma, nirupadika Brahma, nirakara Brahma. Who are they? Munaya. Prayena, as a general rule, or mostly, exception may be there. Mostly, what is the Prayena? Hare Gunanukatane Ramante Sma. Ramante Sma. They revel. Where? Hare Gunanukatane. In narrating, sharing the gunas, the great glories of Bhagavan. So for Brahmajnani, bhakti, Bhagavad bhakti, love for Bhagavan is just natural. Not as a means sadhana to get something. Already they have got what needs to be accomplished. And yes, this becomes their second nature. Now look at me, who says, Shuka. We'll see what Shuka was. Me, I learned this Bhagavata Purana from my father at the end of Dwapara Yuga. Here, we should know what is the Shuka, the stature of Shuka. This is found in second skanda, first chapter, 9th verse. It says, Rajarshi, O Rajarshi, O Parikshit, Nairgunne Parinishthitaha api. My state was like this. I was Parinishtita in Nirguna Brahma. Nairgunne in Nirguna Brahma. Nirupadhika Brahma. Wherein the status of Ishvara, the status of Bhagavan drops. Brahman has the status of Bhagavan Parameshwara, with respect to this Srishti creation. No Srishti, no status of Bhagavan, Parameshwara. What remains is Chaitanya Sarupa and Chaitanya Sarupa, Nirguna Brahma only. Independent of everything. Independent of Nama Rupa Bhagavan also. It is Sarupa Bhagavan only. So in that Nirgunne, see, in one Upanishad, Narasimhottara Tapaniya Upanishad, it said, Turiyaha Ishvara Grasa. Turiya, the state wherein waking, dream, deep sleep, including waker, dreamer, and deep sleeper, with their experienced thing, are no more there, wherein Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone is there. Ishvara Grasa. It devours even the status of Ishvara. It may be a difficult statement, difficult to assimilate for a bhakta who doesn't have parabhakti. He may scream at it. Blasphemy, he may say. But that is the truth. That's why I told you, whether it's Bhagavad Purana or any Puranas, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Itihasas, whatever told there should be in accordance with the Upanishads and the Vedas. They are not something new. They are the easy presentation of the teaching of Upanishads, etc., for a common man to take to and attain the highest. So that being the case, so these people, not these, me, Shuka, Nairgunne Parinishchitaha api. Parinishchita means totally accomplished, totally absorbed. My mind totally fixed in this Nirguna Brahma Swarupa. Means this is a person who can repeat what Krishna said. Nanavaptam anavaptam, nanavaptam avaptam. Krishna said, in the entire Srishti, anavaptam na. There is nothing that I have not gained it. Avaptavyam na. Nanavaptam avaptam. There is nothing that I have to gain. Things to be gained are not there because I gained everything. There is nothing that I have not gained. Means I am purna perfect, complete. Same is the status of Jnani. Shuka is of the stature. There is nothing that I have not gained. There is nothing that I need gain. So Parinishta happy. Say, O Rajarshe, Uttama Shloka Leelaya Grahita Cheta. My mind being fascinated, attracted by the Leela, sports of what? Uttama Shloka. Uttama Shloka literally means famous or well known. It is an epithet of Vishnu. But here it is Krishna. Being carried away, my mind being carried away by the sports of Krishna. What did I do? Akhyanam yad adhitavan. This Akhyanam, Mahabharata Purana, adhitavan, I learned from my father. It is said like this. Shuka was totally absorbed in the Swarupa Paramatma Swarupa. Totally impervious of around. He was not aware of his body nor about the world. At that time, somewhere nearby, two disciples of Vyasa had come to gather flowers, etc. And they were murmuring shlokas. That is, two shlokas are there. They were slowly, Shuka became aware of it. He heard it. He was wondering from where this is coming. He became aware of this body, became aware of the surrounding, and he found that these two are, it was about Krishna. His sports. He was so attracted. He asked them, from where did you get this? They recognized who he is. Your dad only has taught us. From Bhagavad Purana, he goes to father and learns it. See, Shuka, who had nothing to gain, he had nothing to lose from this world, but the Krishna was said to be so beautiful. Every conduct of his was so attractive. That's why I said, we'll see in future afterward, Itambhuta Guna Hari. The Guna of Hari is so that everyone gets attracted towards it. So Shuka, he says, this is the greatness of Bhagavata Bhakti. That I who don't need anything, and by this I have nothing to gain. But yes, we revel in it. So that is the greatness of bhakti. But it is true for these people who have already accomplished. But for a sadhaka, it is a very effective, easy in the beginning, without need of any qualification. One can straight away plunge into it. Even if one is the most heinous sinner. That's the greatness. For Vedanta, you need sadhana shastra sampatti. You have nothing. You just plunge into Bhagavad Bhakti. That is the greatness in the sense, a ready sadhana for one and all, especially to those who cannot take to the higher levels of sadhanas. By taking this, what they finally get is not less. They get the same thing as what by others. So this is what I learned from who? My father. This should make it clear that Advaita Brahmajnana, Nirguna Brahmajnana has no account to settle with bhakti. It's natural for a jnani to have the bhakti. This should be noted by especially those people, not all bhaktas. Some people, they abuse Advaita Jnana, and especially Adi Shankaracharya, branding him Mayavadi, Mithyavadi, not doing. Shankaracharya, oh great devotee he was. And also Maya, Mithya, these are not the words coined by Shankaracharya. You want to have the proof? Let me finish. What is that? Chatusshloki Bhagavata. I'll give a long list of verses from Bhagavata Purana itself, which speaks of Maya, Maya, Karya, Jagat, Mithya, Jagat. No interpretation. See the words. In fact, in Padma Purana, Lakshmi found that Narayana is what? Reclining and sleeping, called Yoga Nidra. If you and me close eyes, see, this person is sleeping. Bhagavan, Yoga Nidra. She asked him, Bhagavan, your job is to sthiti, means sthiti padana, sustain the Jagat. And you are all the time doing so-called Yoga Nidra. What are you doing this? Said Lakshmi, I'm not sleeping. What even when Yoga Nidra? Is not to what? Fool the people, sleep and they say, oh, Yoga Nidra. No. I am absorbed in my Swarupa, whereby all Sthiti Padana takes place. And you seeing me reclining, Yoga Nidra, etc., I say, it is Bhagavan Vishnu used the word Maya. You are seeing some seeming appearance like dream. Though you see it, though you experience it, it is not true. What I was absorbed in, that is the truth. Vishnu, here in this Maya word, 100 times it comes. It's all because they are not these people. Maybe some devotion, maybe I don't question. There may be great devotees also, our Sashtanga Pranamas to them. But that doesn't mean they have got license to speak something against the Vedas. Nobody has got that right to do that. It only exhibits their ignorance. What is, of it may sound harsh, what is called as Upamanduka Vritti, psychology of a frog in the well. They know only this much, and what Shastras they are not aware of. So better a devotee safeguards oneself from such criticism. You have Shraddha in your Shastras. You have no business to criticize others. This is not told by me. It is in the Bhagavata Purana. At right time, I will quote the verse. Shastra Bhagavata Shastreshu Anyatra Aninda. Other than Bhagavata Bhakti etc., in the case of other margas, other sadhana, aninda, you have no right to criticize it. If you do it, see, such things, one should be very careful. Only because you know something, don't criticize others. Except, I don't know, there was something in that. There was a Shastra only. Otherwise, what will happen? No? Negative marking will be applied. All their efforts will go waste because of something which is apachara, wrong done to any Shastras. Don't do that. And we'll see in due course of time. Now, say for example, Vyasa. See, these people in their Guru Parampara put Vyasa also, Shuka also. Vyasa, was he not Advaita Jnani? If you don't know, I will see the source where he learned also. Vyasa is actually the Anshavatara of Vishnu. It manifests in every Manvantara in its Dwapara Yuga, or in the end of the Dwapara Yugas, of all the Dwapara Yugas, end of it. And he learns Vedanta from none other than Bhagavan Kailasadipati Shiva. And having received this Advaita Jnana, then he composes Brahma Sutra, establishing Advaya Jiva Brahma Aikya. Of course, these Mahabhagas have twisted and turned Brahma Sutras also to suit their Dvaita philosophy, Vishnadvaita philosophy. That in Dwapara Yuga, end of every Manvantara, Vyasa goes to Shiva and learns. You can verify from Shiva Rahasya, a voluminous text as big as Mahabharata. 6th Ausha, chapter 2, called also Rubu Gita. Just as in Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita is the text of Brahmajnana. The entire Shiva Rahasya, as big as Mahabharata only, Rubu Gita is the text of Advaita Vedanta. There Vyasa. Well, Shuka, you know, we'll see more about Shuka. He excelled father also in this knowledge. Narada, do you think he is not Advaita Jnani? If you are not aware of it, please go to Chandogya Upanishad, 7th chapter, Sanat Kumara Vidya. Narada goes to Sanat Kumara. He says, me, Narada, who has accomplished all such vidyas, and yet I am drowned in sorrows. But I've heard from great master like you that Atmavit Shokam Tarati. The Atma Jnani gets freed from samsara sorrow. Please teach me. Sanat Kumaras asked, Narada, what all you have learned? Big list, all PhDs only. Not even ordinary academic. Dance, music, archery, the science of finding out hidden treasure, etc. By any one branch of knowledge, he can mint money. This is not the end of it. And he teaches Bhuma, Brahmajnana, Advaita Jnana. Who told you? Narada Dvaiti. So therefore, even is what takes to then Brahmaji Prajapati. The 8th chapter of Chandogya. He teaches Brahma Vidya, Nirguna Brahma Advaita Jnana to Indra and Virochana. Virochana half the way drops and goes. But Indra, up the final level, he succeeds in gaining the knowledge. So, Bhagavata and Bhakti is praised as a means for all types of people. This we find in Skanda 2, chapter 3, verse 10. Akamaha A person who has no desires and totally dedicated to the devotion of Bhagavan and Bhagavan alone, akama. That's no desire. Sarvakama, full of desires. Or moksha kama, one who is desirous of moksha. A person who has no desire but totally dedicated to the devotion of Bhagavan. A person gets all desires, other one who desires only moksha. Such udaradhi vivekis buddhiman people. What they should do? Tivrena bhakti yogena. By intense bhakti yoga, paramam purusham yajeta. Yajeta, invoke who? Paramam purusham. The Purna Nirupadika Paramatma, free from Nama Rupa Akar. Take to that. So that is the greatness of who? The Bhakti Yoga. Now you see, this Shuka, in his Nishtha, steadfastness in the Brahmajnana, excelled even his father. How you look like? This is from first Skanda, 4th chapter, 4th verse. Tasya putro mahayogi. Tasya Vyasasya, the son of Vyasa. Mahayogi. Yoga is Chittarutti Nirodha Samadhi. Mahayogi means one who remains in the Samadhi of Swarupa for thousands of years continuously together. Mahayogi. Samadrak. One has got drak, one who sees what Sama Brahma. One has got Brahma, which is changeless, ultimate principle. Nirvikalpaka, Nirasta Vedaha, from whose cognitions all dualities are ended. Ekanta Matihi, the one who always remains in solitude. Unnidraha, one who has woken up from Maya Nidra. Gudaha, not known to be jnani for anyone. Aprakata. You see, in fact, when Shuka came to where Parikshit was there, some street children were throwing stones at him, and he was imperturbable. When he came to the bank of Yamuna, a big congregation was there. The moment he entered, all Mahatmas who were sitting there, they stood up. When they stood up, the children got scared. He must be a great person because Mahatmas get up. They ran away. Nobody knew he is a jnani. Aprakata. Not semi-God. You cannot make him out a jnani also. Aprakata. Muda means appears as ajnani. Iva iyate appears like this. This is what Shuka. And as far as how he excels father is told in first skanda, 4th chapter, 5th verse, next verse only. It says, it is like this. I am not taking the verse, but still incident. Shuka was born. He was there in the mother's womb for a long period. Father said, Baba, have mercy on your mother. She can't carry you for such a long period. He was grown up. Now Vyasa wanted to do his yajna, what? Thread ceremony, etc. Very Shuka, he walked off. Out of the love of father, filial love, Vyasa was going after it. Shuka, means he was calling him back. Shuka is nowhere, he's gone. Shuka. On the way, Shuka has crossed. He saw in a river a group of ladies were swimming and taking bath and enjoying without clothes. They saw Vyasa coming. Immediately, they wore the clothes. Vyasa had seen earlier when Shuka was going, they were not at all bothered. They were in their own world. And when he came, something surprising, asked them, when my son was going and young, no clothes on the body, huh? He had no clothes on the body. You didn't bother. But when I came, you wore the clothes. What's the reason? Say, they know he's not an ordinary person, Vyasa, but they did namaskar. Bhagavan, if you permit us to reply, we'll reply, because it's like a slap on the face of Vyasa. Say, look, you are such a great Brahmajnani, and yet you have the asakti, attachment, that this is my son. Number one. Number two, you have still, you know everything is Brahma Swarupa, nothing other than Brahma, and yet you still have the notion of man and woman, difference between man and woman. But as far as Shuka is concerned, for him everything is Brahma Swarupa, no man, no. Means Shuka has excelled father also. Even such Shuka, who doesn't need anything, but it is just a gunanuvritti for him. Continuation of what bhakti he had earlier. Now even after gaining Brahma Jnana, he continues. So as we are seeing, bhakti is dvividha. Dvividha means twofold. One is, we have seen sadhana sadhya, same thing in other words. One is phala bhakti, other is sadhana bhakti. So derivation of bhakti can be made two ways. One to point out phala result, other to point out the sadhana, the means. So one way of defining bhakti is bhajanam. What is bhajanam? Bhajanam bhakti. What is bhajanam? Antakaranasya bhagavadakarta rupam bhakti. Antakaranasya bhagavadakarta rupam bhakti. Bhajanam, adoring, worshipping, seeking, claiming. Whom? Bhagavan. By what? Antakaranasya bhagavadakarta rupa. Antakarana, the mind, otherwise called the heart also, they say. Mind gaining the form of Bhagavan is bhakti. This is what is called bhava vyutpatti. Derivation of word bhakti in its true nature. So bhakti as means bhajyate, sevyate, bhagavadakaram antakaranam kriyate anaya. Anaya, by this. Antakarna, kriyate, is made what? Bhagavadakaram, the means by which the mind is made to take the form of Bhagavan is what? Bhakti. This is Karana Vyutpatti. Derivation of the word Bhakti as a means sadhana. So, a sadhana, Bhakti means Shravana, Kirtana, etc. Whereas sadhana, sadhya phala, it is Bhagavadakara Swarupa Antakarana. So this now will enter into, of course, not on next class, the Chatusshloki. Before that, I will tell you one thing. Number one, Bhagavata is mainly centered around the Leelas of Bhagavan. Specifically, Leelas of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. 10th skanda is full of this. The sports of Bhagavan are such that it's so fascinating. And now Bhagavan Krishna means the principle of avatara comes in picture. Remember, the principle of avatara is not something imagined or coined by Vyasa. We find references, a quite number of avatars in the Vedas themselves. Next time, I'll point out where all in Vedas references of avatara is there. And then this what is the difference between entire this Bhagavata Mahapurana and Chatusshloki Bhagavata? What is the distinction there? You see from next time. Now, I have got one or two announcements. As for the text that is going to be followed, before Chatusshloki Bhagavata, which actually 4 verses only, taught by Brahma, the Vishnu to Brahma. Before that, I will take the first 2 verses of Bhagavata Purana, first skanda, first chapter, verses 1 and 2. Thereafter, I will go to the Chatusshloki Bhagavata. After completion of that, I will place before you the places wherein Bhagavata detailed teaching of Advaita Vedanta is there. Not from my pocket, from the Bhagavata. You don't need interpretation. It takes it is there. One more announcement is that in Vedanta, there is a text called Anubhuti Prakasha by Vidyaranya Muni. It is poetic explanatory composition on 12 Upanishads. Upanishads are Aitareya, Taitireya, Chandogya, Mundaka, Prashna, Kaushitaki, Maitrayani, Katha, Shvetashvatara, बृहदारण्यक केन नृसिंहोत्तर तापनीय 12 verses, 12 Upanishads commented in 20 chapters. Total verses around 2,800. Very, very useful book in Vedanta. In English, so far, there was no detailed commentary on this text, except a PhD thesis somewhere in 1990 from Madras University, where after that, some thesis, the entire Anubhuti Prakasha was translated in English with some footnotes, but no commentary. So I found this book of such great importance, and yet in the present Vedantic circles, this is not taught much at all, except some rare people. So I have written thorough commentary on this with word meaning and translation of each and every verse, and a thorough commentary, all based on Shastra. Anything and everything that I have written here has got the corroboration of Shastra, which I have given at all the places. There is nothing from my pocket. This is what Vedanta Shastra from Upanishad onward they say. And this runs recently, it was published, and it has it gets inverted. No, you are getting right. Anubhuti Prakasha, etc. Volume 1, 4 volumes. 2, 3, 4. So these have been recently published. And taking into account the importance of this, I have uploaded this entire text, 4 volumes. It's about 2,250 pages or something. It is uploaded on our website, turiyabodha.com. TURIYABODHA.com, www, etc. turiyabodha.com. On this, it is uploaded and it is for free download. Free download in PDF format. Anyone who would like to study are welcome to make use of this free download. It is not only this book. On this website, Turiya Bodha, my all other books are also uploaded for free download. And Anubhuti Prakasha is such a text that it is almost a mini non-academic encyclopedia of Vedanta Shastra. Like an encyclopedia. All topics are there. Those who are unable to study Upanishad with bhashyas because of lack of sound, because of lack of proper teachers. If they master this Anubhuti Prakasha by thorough study, they can have a total mastery of over what Vedanta has to give us. So that is, you can make use of it and share this information with all those who are interested in the serious study of Vedanta, not just inspiring it to really be in business to get the in-depth knowledge of Vedanta. So that is Anubhuti Prakasha on turiyabodha.com. We have printed only few hard copies, printed copies, available with the publisher for sale, but for everyone it is available freely on website as such. One more thing, the text which I am going to follow about this Chatusshloki Bhagavata is also uploaded on this website Turiya Bodha. Just yesterday or today it must be uploaded. If you can have it, download it free of charge. And the group of students of mine whose numbers we have got were sent on by WhatsApp message also as okay. Thing.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीमहीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ